I rest my case with Hlathi. This man is stubborn and arrogant. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Now, in this video, we are reviewing Inimba. Without wasting any of your time, let's get into this review. So, Hlathi got arrested for his actions of kidnapping a whole baby bavumile. Now he is in prison and he is still arrogant. He's not remorseful whatsoever. He feels like he did what he needed to do. Now we have Zolega. Zolega is 100% refusing to go to the prison, to see her husband Hlathi. But then we have Usisintigi, Sana sister-in-laws like Sisintigi. Oh, Sana, you know what? They deserve to just be executed immediately. So Sisintigi is guilt-tripping Zolenga here with the fact that she is a married woman. As a married woman, it is her duty to stick by her husband in health and sickness, in poor and in rich. And even in the times whereby you have stolen a baby, it is essential for a wife to stick by a husband, regardless if a husband is a child kidnapper. Do you all get that? Do you all get how difficult it is to be a black wife in South Africa or in Africa? Because why are you expected to stick by your husband? Even it's different in health and in sickness. It's very much different. Hlathi went and fetched troubles that were so unnecessary. Whereas everyone, all his family, including Linkamva, was like, Dad, let it go. Let those people raise their child in peace. You have us. We are your family. Aren't we enough to you? Not Hlathi. And something tells me that Hlathi does not really care as much as he claims he cares for the baby. He only wants to spite Zolega. His main goal, his main objective is to get under Zolega's skin, okay? It's not because he truly cares whether who raises the baby or not, okay? When I tell you that now Hlathi is behind bars, guess what? Hlathi is behind bars and he's behind bars and he's arrogant. I'm so sorry. He's very much arrogant about the whole thing. He's like, listen, he's not faced by anything. He knows that he's gonna appear in court in front of the judge and he's gonna state his case. This man, when he needs the lawyer the most, because he could hire a lawyer to fight custody, now he needs the lawyer to get him out of jail. I haven't heard him talk about a lawyer. I haven't. All I've heard is him saying he will appear in front of the judge and he will state his case. He will state his reasons that desperate measures calls for desperate actions. I'm not sure if that's the saying. But yeah, he says that he will go in front of the judge, states his case that really he had no other options. He had to do this because Zolega and Lazarus were threatening to keep him away from the baby forever. He's like, what father? He's like, I as a father, I have a right as well. I'm like, Hlathi, have a taste of your own medicine. Do you remember that you also kept Zolega away from Kawe? Do you remember that's the same thing that you did to Zolega? Have the taste of your own medicine. But one thing that I do know and I do believe 100% is that Zolega have a soft spot for this man right here, he has a soft spot for Hlathi, because Zoleka is the very same person who came to prison to see Hlathi. I'm like, listen, Zoleka, this man doesn't deserve you. This man does not even deserve to see your face. This man just deserves to burn wherever he's gonna burn, and burn hard. But not Zoleka. Zoleka definitely does have a super soft spot for Hlathi. I guess at the end of the day, they do share like a history together, a history that maybe most of us may never understand, but they share a beautiful history together. So yeah, she have a super hot spot, a super soft spot for Hlathi, a big soft spot for Hlathi. Back in the office, Sydney had to ask Uguti Haibo why Ukawe did not come to work, and then Ulwandle had to be like, no, Ukawe did not come to work because she actually found out that his mom actually passed on. The concerned face within Umawethu was extremely concerned. And at first he actually thought that it was Uzolega, and then he later on realized, no, it wasn't Uzolega. And the relief in his face when he actually realizes that it was not Uzolega. So this tells you definitely that Umawethu cares deeply about Uzolega. Hi Sana Ulinda throwing herself as Umawethu is deeply concerned about Ukawe, deeply concerned about Uzolega. And then there is Ulinda, who just wants to throw herself at Ukawe. And Umawethu is just like, listen, Linda, it was just a one-night stand. Really, it's not that deep. Get the hint, okay? But shame, one thing about Ulinda, she is definitely struggling to get the hint, to get that, maybe Umawethu did not love or cared about her the way that she actually thought or might have wanted things to be. It was just a one-night stand, and that's it. That's how Umawethu views and sees her. And shame bandla, even Ulwandle tries to say, hey, now Linda, get the hint, ngempela lento da ayikufuni. When are you gonna get the fact that Umawethu actually cares and loves Uqhawe? Meanwhile, guess Sana Hlathi's family never misses when it comes to drama. They drag all their drama to the hospital. Now everybody is anxious, waiting, wanting to hear what will the doctor say about condition Katumega, what might have led her to be in the hospital and all that good stuff. And listen, while the family is going back and forth, guess who comes in? It is Hlathi. And Sana, one thing about the boy, Linkamva, wants absolutely nothing to do with his father. At this moment, he's just like, I'm done with my father. Like, I am so done with my father. I want absolutely nothing to do with him. Like, I don't want him next to me. I want nothing to do with that man. So I think he is, even in like the state of mind, that's where he is at. He's just at the point where he feels that he doesn't want anything to do with his dad. Like, he has had enough of his father's betrayal. That's just where his point of view is at right now. But when they fight back and forth, and everybody else has to intervene, and Ulinkamva is like, you are not needed here. You are not needed here. You are not wanted. Your services are not needed. Like, we do not need you. Go back wherever you are coming from. Go back, be with your people, the people that you care about, the people that embraces you. Go back, be there. No, here, this is my mom. We're here for my mom. My mom needs us. My mom wants us to be here. And you are not welcome here. You are not welcome in any way, Shame, Kosiami, this grandmother tries so much to keep the family together. And even when like they started dating and doing something that is called a shame in Xhosa, whatever that you want to call it. grandmother was just like, no, this thing, I mean, as much as it does look shameful and all that, but please, let's try to keep it together, family. Let's try to be there for one another. Let's just actually be that family who holds each other down. But one thing about this family, they want nothing that holds the family down. Like, they want nothing to do with let's hold the family down, let's do this, let's do that. They absolutely want nada to do with that. So anyway, guys, long story short, uLinkamva and her father end up getting into it. And like, people are intervening. Look at how Linkamva is looking at his father, but I don't blame Linkamva. This is finally proves rather that indeed boys now have soft spots for their mothers more than girls. I used to believe and think that actually girls are the ones who have soft spots for their mothers, are the ones who just would not let things be for their mothers, are the ones who just try to fight their mothers' battles. But this storyline right here, where uLinkamva is just not having it at all, it then proves to us, no, boys actually have a deeper connection with their mothers, the connection that clearly none of us will ever understand. Zinhle, on the other hand, sana annoyed Zinhle, even though she does call and reaches out, pretends to be caring for uLinkamva, and wanting to know more about uLinkamva. Finally, the doctor comes and updates the family and does say, okay, relax and family, okay? Yes, Utumega had a heart attack, and this shocks everybody because, most people still view Ufunega as someone who's still young, still vibrant, and like absolutely nobody could understand what could be the cause of the heart attack and everything. But just like, but what do you mean you have had a heart attack? She's young, she's vibrant, and why would a young person like Ufunega had a heart attack? Like, it does not make much of a sense. But then, one thing about life, it makes zero sense. Today you are healthy, today you are perfectly healthy, and tomorrow you are not. Tomorrow you are not as healthy as you were today. So I think that's just one thing about life. It's just never makes sense. Nothing about life ever makes sense. It's just always, you are always entangled, puzzled, and asking yourself questions about why did this thing happen. One thing that I will say for sure is that at least uZoleka unenhliziyo, at least uZoleka have a bit of a heart. I can't say the same about Hlathi. Hlathi is just a wild animal. He feels no remorse, absolutely no remorse. If anything, he get annoyed at the fact that uLinkamva challenges him. And uLihlathi then went to the hospital to see uZoleka, and instead of just being concerned or maybe being like, oh, I'm actually so glad that you made it out alive, like, this makes me happy, I'm happy that you made it out alive, he is annoyed, he's aggressive, he's like, yeah, you wanted my attention, didn't you? I am so mad at you that you desperately needed my attention, that you will go in any means and in any way to get my attention. Are you happy now? Are you happy that this is how you are getting my attention? Like, he just completely became so mean towards uZoleka. Like, absolutely so mean, not towards uZoleka, towards uThumeka. And this also angers uLinkamva. uLinkamva is just like, what are you even doing here? Like, why are you here yourself? You are not needed here. No one wants you here. Why are you here? So therefore, that triggers Hlathi. Hlathi is a man with a big ego, that you could say. He then get triggered and he get into a fight with Ulinkamva, because he's a bigger man, he's still bigger than Ulinkamva. He obviously overpowers Ulinkamva and kept on reminding him that, listen, I am still your father. I am still the one whom have power and everything. So you do not come for me. You don't come for me. You don't even dream of coming for me. Like, it's something that you don't even dream about. Okay, so Ulinkamva, because now he's overpowered, he's against the wall, he's just like, okay, let me go then, let me go. And then eventually Hlathi lets Ulinkamva goes, and you can tell with the Ashman, the relationship between Ulinkamva and Hlathi is ruined. Luckily, Hlathi then also invites his Uyanga in Zolega's house without consulting with Uzolega, and this angers Uzolega. I think it's rightfully so. You know, anyone will be angered to just find out because someone just invited someone without like just a proper consultation. Go say, hey, this is what's gonna happen and this is what's gonna be taking place. So obviously, Uzolega gets angry, you know, and be like, you know, and then Hlathi spins this whole thing around. Oh my gosh, guys, and Hlathi have such a huge, big, annoying ego, because he spins everything around and he starts talking about, Uzolega, do you have a problem with my kids? Do you have a problem with my kids actually coming to visit here? Because it seems like you do. Like, at this point, it seems like you have a biggest problem with my kids. And if you do have a problem with my kids, you might as well come out right now, tell me what problem do you have with my kids. And Uzolega's just like, I don't have a problem with your kids, don't ever get it twisted, I don't have a problem with your kids. However, don't ever think ukuthi mina I am a yebo baba woman. I am not Tumega, and I will never be Tumega. This is my house, and I will forever challenge you for just letting you know and understand that this is my house. What I say goes in my house. You don't get a right. You don't get a right to come at me. You don't get a right to for anything whatsoever. You just don't, okay? And Mina, I am not your doormat. You're gonna consult with me. We're gonna make decisions together. And this for me, I'm just like, trouble in paradise already. You know, sometimes a man or a person or anyone can do a most heartbreaking thing to you. You know, something that you know was, oh my gosh, this is breaking my heart. This is tearing my heart apart. Like, my heart right now, I can't even breathe. That's just how my heart is feeling at this point. But actually, that person will be doing you a favor, a huge favor, because in a longest run, you look back, you're like, but how can I thank this person? How can I be more grateful towards this person? Because actually, this person has done me a biggest favor of my life. They were out here thinking that they are tearing me apart, not knowing that they are actually building me, not knowing that they are actually doing me the hugest favor. And I see that working in Tumega. I see Tumega becoming that woman, because Utumega, I mean, she has been discharged in the hospital. She's back in her house. She's still weak. She's not her old self. But now she understands that there are people that she just cannot trust. If there is one thing that Tumega totally gets, is that there are people that she just cannot not trust. Okay, and that's part of Uthandega. She gets Uthandega is not a good friend. Uthandega is not a loyal friend. Uthandega is just actually a bad, horrible friend for him. And Uthandega should just not be, messed around with at all. Like, she gets those, and I'm like, I'm happy for you, Tumega. I'm happy for you, Tums. I'm happy that you finally starting to see people for who. I'm sorry, guys, for cutting. So, as I was saying about Utumega, I think she is about to find her inner self. I think Utumega's inner self is unleashed, and it's just there waiting for Utumega to find it. Things obviously are gonna crack so big and so hard between Hlathi and Utumega and Uzolega. I mean, as soon as Hlathi realizes, no, Uzolega is not a yes ma'am, no say kind of woman. Actually, there is more to Uzolega than he actually thought. Uzolega is still a strong, independent woman who makes her opinion heard and valid, and where else Hlathi is still gonna be trying to be just as controlling as he used to be, and he's just gonna learn the hard way that Uzolega is actually not budging into being controlled, into being submissive and all that. Uzolega is just actually a whole different new person right now who wants nothing to do with control and submission and all that. So things are still gonna unravel, and things are still gonna be like a bit more difficult for Hlathi, more difficult than he actually think that they are going to be, especially as soon as he realizes with the green is not always the grass rather is not always greener on the other side. As soon as he came into that realization, the door with Uzolega will be completely closed, because he's the one who abuses Uzolega and just insults Uzolega by even saying, I was never even married to you in the first place. So I don't know, guys. So anyway, guys, this definitely is the end of the review. If you do love and enjoy our reviews, we'll give this video a huge thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one. And of course, I'm bringing you more reviews till then. Please do stay blessed, and I love you.